This is Shelley Kraft coming to you live on SNN.Live. We're coming to you from the 2019 Disruptive Growth Conference in New York City. I have with me today Ping Rawson from Dyadic International, Inc. It's a publicly traded company, and the symbol is DYAI. Ping, welcome to SNN.Live.
Thank you, Shelley. Thank you for having me here.
It's good to have you.
Thank you.
Now let's get started with a brief overview of the company, and we'll go from there.
Sure. So Dyadic International is a global biotech company located in Jupiter, Florida.
So let's get some history. I'm sure my audience wants to hear it, so please.
Yeah. Dyadic International is founded by our CEO, Mark Immerfarb, back in 1979. So this year is actually our 40 years anniversary. It's been a long journey, but it's an exciting journey. We started the business from the Palmerstone gene washing business back in the 1980s, and we transitioned into the industrial side of the business and the license our technology, C1 gene expression form, to DuPont Oil, BASF, and Abengoa, and which led to our sale to DuPont for $75 million in 2015. And since then, we transitioned into the biopharmaceutical world using the same technology, C1, to make biologic drugs and vaccines cheaper and more affordable to the global population.
So what would you say is Dyadic's competitive advantage?
We are really a disruptive technology with C1. As you know, that is been industrially proven for decades and has been shown successful in the industrial world with all the licensing agreements. Now we are in the biopharmaceutical world. We are actually competing against the current status quo system like CHO system and yeast. And I think we believe that with C1 and upgraded functionalities and the promoters and other genetic tools, we will be one day to be a CHO replacement or at least alternative expression platform for the biopharmaceutical industry.
So speaking of the biopharma industry, who are your target markets?
My target market is actually very broad because C1 can have very broad applications, use not only the biologic vaccines and the biologic drugs, which obviously is the biggest markets that we are targeting at. But as we are developing the C1 platform itself and talking with different industry partners and collaborators, we were able to develop and discover new applications along the road, and which is exciting. And things that we never think C1 could do, now we figure out is actually capable of doing.
What's your background?
My background, I started my career with Deloitte & Touche in New York City as an auditor and also consultants, and then worked with multiple Fortune 500 companies for both accounting and finance role. And I joined Dyadic about 3 years ago, and I'm now I'm the CFO of the company.
Next question I have for you has to do with growth drivers, but as a public company, please only refer to information that's come out in press releases. So what are some growth drivers for the company?
Since 2018, we have been having a very exciting year in terms of scientific achievement and also collaborations that we signed. In 2018, we signed 9 collaborations with both big pharma and also small companies. And in 2019, just this year, we signed with Serum Institute of India, which is low-cost vaccine manufacturer on the planet, and also another 2 sub-licensing agreements. And just Q2, we announced another top 25 farmer going to work with us for their gene expression project. So we are very excited about the future of the company with all the business partners that are working with us. We believe that our goal to make biologic drugs cheaper and more affordable will be eventually turn a dream into reality.
Let's get your website out for more information.
Sure. Our website is www.dyaidic.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ping Rawson, Dyadic International, Inc. It's a publicly traded company on NASDAQ, DYAI. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNN.Live, coming to you live from the 2019 Disruptive Growth Conference here in New York City. Ping, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much, Shelley. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.